Not since the Great Depression has Alberta's economy been hit harder or faster, and it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Alberta Premier Jason Kenney says the unemployment rate is expected to hit a startling 25% or higher.
We will face a great fiscal reckoning in the future.
That 25% is a number that none of our leaders have ever seen. So we have to navigate differently. I think about all the households that are going to be impacted and the need and the stress on our social systems that that's going to cause.
Alberta faces multiple threats. First, the health emergency that's fueling layoffs and shutting businesses. Kenney offered two scenarios. The most optimistic and most probable would see between 400 and 3,000 deaths. Worst case, the province could see 1 million infections and over 6,000 deaths.
Now, I know that these numbers can be overwhelming, but these models are not a done deal. I want Albertans instead to see them as a challenge, perhaps the greatest challenge of our generation.
There has also been an unparalleled drop in the price of oil, pushed down by low demand due to COVID-19, and also by a Saudi-Russian price war flooding the market.
I'm not worrying about tomorrow.
After having to lay off 15 workers from her own cafe, Kathy Jacobs says she decided to focus on what she can control, like turning her business into a charity, delivering packages of food to those without work.
Probably will have to hold the hand of those that need the help, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially.
Undoubtedly, there will be need. Carolyn Dunn, CBC News, Calgary.
So to help understand this, we're joined by the CBC's Peter Armstrong. Projected unemployment of 25%. It sounds a bit hard to fathom. Can you put that in some perspective for us, Peter?
It would be spectacularly bad. I mean, it would be the worst this country's ever seen, at least since we've started keeping modern records. Newfoundland saw the country's worst ever back in 1984, and that was 22%. I mean, Adrian, the U.S. saw 24.9% unemployment at the absolute peak of the Great Depression in 1933. So, look, this is awful, and it's a glimpse into just how bad things may get right across the country. Every time somebody makes a forecast, the actual data come in, and it's just much, much worse.
So how then do you think this will fit into what's expected on Thursday? That's when the latest national jobless figures come out.
This is going to be a crucial report. I mean, the bulk of the layoffs happened right in the middle of March. Since then, we have seen some numbers. You know, the government says more than 3 million Canadians have applied for jobless benefits. We know the Conference Board of Canada has said as many as 15% of the unemployment rate could reach as high as 15%. We know also that lower income Canadians are getting the hardest hit in this. Remember, the most common jobs in Canada, retail sales. So these numbers will almost shatter any existing records we have.
All right, Peter, thanks very much. We'll definitely be watching for that.